Depending on how long this session is, I may just keep this whole bit as one straight recording.
Devil may cry.
But it does depend on how things go. So yeah, we had just gotten done with the Diverging Point missions where we played as V, Nero, and Dante in that order. And now we're on to...
The truth is, I wanted to be protected and loved, but I was alone. My only choice was to survive.
V, you gotta rest.
Nero, I will tell you everything. There is no demon named Urizen. Only a man who threw away his humanity in an endless pursuit of power. He is Dante's older brother.
Dante's brother?
Yes. And his real name is
Virgil.
Virgil.
Is that really supposed to be a revelation at this point? I guess. Oh yeah, we did also get a new weapon as well. The nunchucks. King Cerberus, yes. Yeah, let's get the revolver. Yeah, I'm just gonna pump all my things into that. Why not? Ah. Oh. Oh yeah, they're working. Just in case. Okay. Now let's try this one, why not? And let's just get going.
Virgil. Hey, is that the damn fruit you've been jabbering about? Doesn't look so special to me. Yep. This is where it all started. That day Mother saved me and left you behind. The thing you don't know is, she tried to save you too. She kept searching and searching. Until I killed her.
I have no recollection of this tale. Or this place. It's all an illusion. Created by this extraordinary fruit. Its power, you see, is all I ever wanted. And with this,
No.
I will have everything!
No, brother. You don't have everything. That last shred of humanity that you still had, you just lost it.
That is nothing but the pitiful cries of those without strength. Come to me, brother. I shall enlighten you, Dante!
You ready to do this, Virgil? All ends here.
Whoa. Okay. Gonna have a bit of problem. I have barely any DT on me. Oh. What the? Shit! Alright, I need to clear that. Here we go! Damn it! Fuck. Yeah.
This is true power. The power I've sought for so long.
Hey, you can do better than that.
Eh? Come on, come on, come on. What the? Let's activate Devil Trigger to get some health back. Whoa, that shit reaches me up there? Damn it, I thought it was in Trickster. Oh god. So fucking slow. Okay, here we go.
What's wrong, Virgil? This is no time to
back. It would seem so.
Yes!
They're brothers? Why are they fighting each other? To see one's justice through, a man must fight for it, even if the one who stands before him is his kin. That's ridiculous. The brothers of blood disagree on the very reason of their existence. They must fight.
Dante! You're late. Just finishing up.
That's definitely not finished.
Really your brother?
I'm afraid so.
So he was behind all this. Your own flesh and blood.
Right again.
In the last throes of defeat, I see.
V, get back. Things are about to get really messy.
I don't think he has a choice.
Please, let me. I want to end this battle with my own hands. Do not struggle, for if you can't even defeat me, then you've already lost.
I will not lose. Not to Dante. I need power. More power.
I know. We are one and the same, you and I. But you've lost me, and I've lost you. Yet we are connected by that one feeling. While thy branches mix with mine, and our roots together join.
And there he is.
What is this?
Virgil.
The Alpha and Omega, come on. So yeah, for those of you that don't get it, basically V was the human form of Virgil after Virgil himself split his demon and human half away from each other. Because he was basically crumbling apart. Why, I don't know. The game hasn't really explained that all that well. So V basically got the whole disintegration thing and he was slowly dying. And I guess V had an ulterior motive? I don't know. Because V started speaking like he realized what he had lost. But I guess in this sense he meant that he lost what made him really powerful. Not the demon's power, but rather the power of humanity, I guess. Of course, not to be a benevolent guy. I don't see that happening. But yeah. Awakening. Urizen ate the fruit of the Qliphoth and gained power beyond reckoning. Blah 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 blah. So now that V and Urizen have reunited, they're their true form. Virgil. Dante's supposedly twin brother. Well, identical twin brother anyway.
You got some pretty big cojones for coming back. You just don't know when to give up. Get out of my way, Nero!
Defeating you like this has no meaning.
Come on, Virgil. Let's do this.
Heal your wounds, Dante. Get strong. After that, we'll settle the matter. Thank you, Nero.
Wait, so is he a good anti-hero now, or what? I'm not sure about what the fuck's going on, because this whole ordeal is because of what Urizen did.
He returned to himself. Go home, Nero. This doesn't concern you.
Obviously fucking does.
I lost my right arm because of him!
This is not your fight. I need to stop him, and that's all that matters.
I'm not gonna let you have all the fun, Dante!
You don't get it.
Let me guess. I'm dead weight? Well, you can
That's
shove
not
it
it,
up.
Nero.
What is it then?
He's your father!
Finally, they fucking confirmed it.
I had the feeling the first time I saw you, but I just wasn't sure. And then I saw how the Yamato reacted. And I was certain. He's your father.
Okay, but when did Virgil do the dump
Now
and
he
pump?
needs an ass kicking. But I can't have you go kill your old man.
My father.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time, Yanni Young Bosch, when you find out that your dad is a super powerful, inhumane being. But now I'm just wondering what the fuck is left of the game at this point. We just defeated Urizen, technically. Virgil's back.
That day, if our positions were switched, would our fates be different? Would I have your life, and you mine? Let's settle this. Dante.
What's happening now?
Oh God, I thought it was over.
This isn't good. We're gonna get dragged into this.
Dante, what happened?
My dumbass brother's back and I'm gonna rip him a new one.
Virgil's... How?
Dante! Made it for Lady and she paid for it, so consider it a rental. Hey, you can't just...
Okay, we'll take care of that later. Right now, you three get the hell out of here. I'm gonna go take care of old douchebag. Got a feeling this one's gonna be a doozy.
You don't fucking say, Dante. Kalina Ann 2, the second. Nico made this replacement for the lost Kalina Ann, identical to the original weapon with something special hidden within. Not that she'd ever fucking say. But yeah, for those of you that don't know, at the end of 3, Virgil basically cast himself into the demon world, sealing it off. Not even to save humanity, but rather because he didn't want Dante to get any form of satisfaction from it, I guess. I don't really remember because I just fucking hated the third game as a whole. I just couldn't fucking stand it. Wow. That really was it, huh? Okay. And in the 4th game, Yamato was apparently recovered from the demon world. And with Nero being the new guy, basically Yamato reacted to him and resurrected him after he died. It's fucking complicated. This is a horrendously complicated series for no real reason. And it doesn't help the matter that they keep retconning fucking everything.
Never would have guessed you'd come back. Damn it, V. Was this your plan all along?
Well, no, he was trying to survive. He was literally crumbling apart. He didn't want to die.
Hey guys, where you been? I thought you went back into Virgil. You're gonna wish you did.
Oh, the wise guy Dante. We were spawned from Virgil's abominable thoughts. But you knew that already.
Come to think of it, I did know something was off. Just like with my old brother.
Well, we're merely the discarded thoughts from when he was Nilo Angelo. No longer bound in his consciousness. We're here now to kill you of our own free will. Liberating! And kill you we shall, Dante. Us, not Virgil.
I guess he's still pissed that I kicked his ass 3 times in the first game, huh?
Alright, let's get started. This'll be quite the party.
Ow.
Go to sleep forever! Come here and face me like a man, boy!
Says the guy who's ranged. Okay, that's one of you. And again, little birdie, I guess, had a bit of a growth stunt. Yeah, even the bird is starting to talk about that. Yep. Same boss fight. All right. Although I will say, I never gathered that these demons were spawned from the mind of Neo Angelo, which actually was the form that Virgil took back in the first game. Again, complicated. Complicated. Oh fuck, get away. Of course, fucking coward.
Great. Can't wait for the rematch.
There's no air juggling anymore on this? that's weird. Oh god. Alright. This is gonna be nasty. Forgot to check behind the teleporter. Oh well. Alright, who's next? Shadow? Nightmare? Shadow. Wait a minute. That's not as far as I remember. Wait, did I just chuck my hat on him? Why? Jesus Christ! I shredded that pussy.
Running away? Nah, didn't think so.
Oh yeah, by the way, I have two mace, I have two chained maces that are actually just halves of a fucking motorcycle. Because of course I do. Hi, Nana. Have a good lurk. Okay.
Whoops. That doesn't sound...
There we go. And hello, Rose. Wait, where did he go? Oh. Sit the fuck down. Oh. Level is a bit strange to navigate, not gonna lie. Bruh. Some white orb. Sweet. Already been here before. Gotta go this way. Not yet. I want to see what's over here first. Aha. There we go. Molted that shit away. Whoa, 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 hey. Okay, charge it, and... boom!
Outrun this. Lock on.
Fire! God damn it.
Outrun this. Lock on.
There we go. Okay. So we got done here. Whoa, what's going on with my arms? It charges by default on Gunslinger? I guess they have to do something. Oh, I didn't see him. Fuck. Oh, shadow again. Alright. Time to punch the pussy.
Mine now.
Fuck, two bosses at once. Shit. Alright, focus on the pussy first.
Not a bad line. I feel the same way.
Come on, break already, Shadow.
That couldn't stop you? Oh, you ain't so bad.
Oh.
One more round. It's like I'm back on Malay Island.
Oh god, you're... wait, Malay Island? This ain't DMC1. Well, clearly it fucking is. Yeah, every time I do that, though, I keep getting my ass kicked. So I'm just gonna shoot.
They know they don't stand a chance. Are they trying to atone for something?
No, they're really not. Atone for what? Really can't afford anything right now. Is it gonna be Nightmare this time, or... Nope. No, it's not. Oh, fuck all of them.
The worst place to die. That's not on my agenda just yet.
Fuck. Whoa. Okay, that's one.
I'll kill you, Dante. I'm just getting started.
Nightmare's the main guy? Why? Lots of damage. Whoa! Jesus! Fuck, I thought he was gone! Time to roadkill this pussy. Fuck. There we go. Shadow is finally dead. Oh fuck, get away.
You'll take care of the rest.
Okay. Alright, where are you, big guy? Wait, what?
I'm not done yet.
Oh god. No, no. Oh.
Outrun this.
Time.
Lock on.
It's not over yet.
Okay.
Outrun this. Lock on. Outrun this.
Sorry, pal. You don't know when to stop. Take this.
Okay. I don't care. There we go.
Should have known better. You got a good heart, but you're about as sharp as a marble.
Perhaps. But if you had even a little bit of trouble defeating us, imagine what Virgil can do to you. Go see for yourself. Us. This is our final fight. And the end of Virgil's nightmares. Godspeed, Dante. You'll need it.
Rest in peace, little chicken. It's been a bash.
Wow, Mira's still here, huh? Oh wait, no, they're running. I prefer running!
Where's Dante?
He's got this. We gotta go now.
So this guy Virgil. Know him?
Vaguely, yes.
Dante said that guy's my father. What the hell's going on, Trish?
His logic is sound. I had a hunch myself.
This doesn't make any sense.
I know you hate Virgil, but you can't kill your own father.
Oh, we very much can.
It's true. You'd never recover from that. You saved us. You should be proud. Now you can put all this behind you.
Nico, stop the car!
No chance! After all this, are you insane?
Fine. I'll go by myself.
I mean, how the hell is he gonna get back up there at this point? Dante revealed the truth to Nero, blah 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 blah. Would be nice to know who the fucking who the fuck Virgil managed to bonk before he left the mortal coil. Unless he bonked himself. Those hat trick. Why is Virgil even stopping them from the world's destruction? I mean, he doesn't care about them. This is classic villain mentality. Besides, he only got one fruit. It's bound to be something that runs out of power at some point. Because otherwise Mundus wouldn't have been able to be stopped. Yeah, he got one fruit, but he wants power. More power. I think you're applying too much conservative logic to it. In that, one fruit is enough? No.
Hey, Virgil.
Besides, he still has a
Your
beef
port
with
opening days are
Dante
over.
to begin with.
Give me the Amato.
If you want it, then you'll have to take it. But you already knew that.
I had a feeling you'd say that.
How many times have we fought?
A couple.
Hard to say. It's the only memory I have of us since we were kids. Time to finish this, Virgil. Once and for all.
I won't lose to the likes of you, little brother. Foolishness. is what
Okay,
you
so
know you can do. Too slow.
okay, so he has that attack.
Try and keep up.
Oh shit! What the? I didn't mean to teleport into him.
Cut you down.
Oh fuck.
Try and keep up.
Rum rum, motherfucker! Alright, charge it up.
Try and keep up.
There he is. Oh!
Don't move.
I'm gonna fucking move. Don't fucking. Oh, shit.
Cut you down.
Oh, ow. Oh, ow.
You're finished.
It's just about time to settle.
That's right. Come on.
Okay, here it comes, and pop this.
Too slow.
That was an anime angle and a half. Fuck! I can't move! Hello! What the fuck? I couldn't move!
Now the fun begins.
Fuck, I actually meant to charge.
Stop where you are.
Like, as soon as his DT finished, I couldn't actually, move from being knocked down. Oh, fuck, 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 fuck. Get out of this. I don't know. Fuck! The third one got me. Oh no, not this fucking bullshit again.
My son means nothing to me.
Fuck your blades! Fuck. This fight is not easy. Fuck! The fact that I don't have any healing items is so restrictive.
And I'm back.
I've had to use 2 gold orbs on this fight. Fuck you, I got demonic bite. Well, I didn't say it was supposed to be. Now did I? Oh my god, the range on that is so pitiful. Fuck me.
Think you can beat me? Not in a million years.
Save that until you win, if you can.
There we go. What the? There we go. I was wondering why he didn't just fucking die.
Nero is my son. Yeah, dumbass. You can't remember through that thick skull of yours?
Well, well. That was a long time ago.
I guess you were young once too. As much as I'd love to hear that story, I think it's about time we
Ended this.
Gee, I wonder who the fuck that is. True power. A brotherhood defined by hatred and... Oh, fuck's sake. I can't even get to read that shit in time. So annoying. Really? Okay, honestly, out of everything that's just...
Nero? Is that you, Nero? Did something happen?
Kyrie. When I was a kid, I was alone. You and Credo were all I knew. And now all of a sudden,
Wait, wasn't his
I
name
find out I have
Credo?
a family.
Not
What am
Credo?
I supposed to do with that?
You always know which path is right and which is wrong. There's no need to doubt yourself.
Thanks. I guess that's all I needed to hear. I have one last thing to take care of. Then I'm coming home. I couldn't protect Credo. To this
To be
day.
fair, he ran into
I hate
Sanctus
myself
by
for not
himself.
having enough strength. But this time is different. I swear! I'm not letting you die!
This is curious.
Nero.
What form of power is this?
What the hell? This ends right here. Listen to me. I told you already. This is not your...
Damn, he just bitch slapped Dante.
You listen, deadweight. I won't let you kill each other. There are other ways of settling your differences. I'm putting a stop to this sibling rivalry.
You came all this way just for that.
Virgil. V. Whatever you call yourself. Dante's not gonna die here. And neither are you. Do you have a problem with that?
Not gonna die my ass. That bitch slap nearly killed me.
You've
If I
taken
beat
worse.
Nero, then by default, I beat you. Agreed, Dante?
Whatever. I don't really care. I'm just gonna sit this one out.
When this is over, I'll make you submit. Father.
Alright.
This has nothing to do with it. Stand down.
Of course it does.
Do with me? It has everything to
It's
do with
family.
Nero.
Okay. I'm just gonna tell you right now, you are killing the vibe. I'm trying to enjoy this game. to the best I can. You are actively killing the mood. Fucking stop. Keep it up. I dare you.
Pointless. Fuck you! You. Take me seriously now? Finish!
You're finished.
Okay, how the hell does this new form work? Every time I attack.
Slay all.
You're finished. Cut you down. Too slow.
Gotta use DT regenerate health. Fuck's sakes. Oh yeah, I could do Buster now.
Oh, hell no. Here, now you feeling accepting yet?
Of your existence or your strength.
Come on, get back up.
You fucking asshole! Relying on numbers won't do you any good.
Whoa, that was continuous. He keeps doing that fucking move. Thank fuck I haven't been using the gold orbs until now.
In your face! You're finished. Don't move.
It's past your bedtime.
Fuck, replaced. There we go. Beat him. At least for that phase.
Interesting.
Oh, brother. You cut off your own son's arm for more power, and you still lost.
That's fucking messed up now that I
Enough,
think about
damn
it.
The underworld is taking over. We need to do something before it's too late. He's right. We need to close that portal. Hey, you lost, so you better do what he says.
I don't know if Virgil's gonna go down like that.
I can still fight.
Yeah, I thought so.
But if those roots continue to spread through town, it'll just interfere with our business.
Now, that's the smartest thing I've ever heard you say. Better hurry up. We still got a score to settle.
Evidently.
Wait! Where are you going?
We need to sever the Clifod roots from the underworld itself. Then we'll seal the portal with the Yamato.
Hang on. If you do that, you can't come back. Why do you think I'm going? Somebody's got to keep an eye on your old man.
Well, does he have to be on the other
You can't
side?
just expect me to stay here while you both go. It's because you're here we can go. We're trusting you with things on this side. Capiche?
Make haste, Dante.
Yeah, I know. Hey, wait!
He kinda deserved that one. Not gonna lie. At least on Dante's side of it.
Take care, Nero. Adios.
I won't lose next time. Hold on to that until then.
And drop off.
Idiots.
Hooey! I'm still in freaking shock.
About what?
Duh. Your arm? Who the hell grows an arm back? It's just weird. It's like a
That's weird.
tail or something.
Look, I don't know, it just grew. I mean, are you kidding me? Lots of weird stuff happened. There were demons and scary plant roots and arms growing back. Lots of stuff.
Do you know how much love and care I put in that devil breaker?
Nope.
Well, it broke.
This arm, it's nice.
Kyrie breaks up
how's it
with him.
feel?
Kyrie breaks up with him because she enjoyed that arm.
Saving the man who killed your own
It had the
father.
ribs.
Heard Dante
and the
killed
ridges.
Virgil once.
It doesn't matter. They're both gone now anyway.
Well, we haven't seen them gone yet.
It's okay
so.
to cry. If you want, Nero, over a loss.
Not crying.
It doesn't make you a crybaby. Does make you a little bitch, though.
There it is.
And women wonder why the fuck toxic masculinity exists.
I didn't cry when my asshole daddy died. But... yeah, I know. I wouldn't be here without him, that's a biological fact.
Right.
All I'm saying is, tough guy, it's okay to cry if you want.
I'm
Devils
not
cry.
crying.
Devils cry.
I'm not gonna
Kittens
cry.
cry.
Will you
Meow.
shut up? Will you
Puppies
stop
cry.
it? Look at you. You're
Why don't you
nobody's
cry on my
crying, all right?
shoulder?
Stop
Come
saying
on, cry on
cry.
my shoulder. I know you
You
wanna.
say cry again. Devil may cry. Fuck.
Okay, that was a good.
Hey.
That was a good bit.
Yeah. I'm coming home. Oh yeah. I don't want to spoil it, but I got a surprise for you.
Oh yeah, he's got a huge surprise.
You shut up. No, Kitty, not you. Nico, you know, and her big mouth. What the hell's your problem? Where'd you learn to drive? Hey, sorry, I gotta call you later. It's time to get back to work.
I guess we're here now.
Got an arm. I'm good.
It's a prototype, and this is the perfect place to test it out. Look, you're gonna use it, and it's
a work of art. I gotcha.
And it ain't complete without you.
Well, how sweet.
Let me guess, it's gonna expand and wrap around the arm instead.
Feels good.
You'll get fixed as soon as we get back. Ugh.
So, Devil's Cry, huh?
Or not?
Let's hear what that sounds like!
Ugh, okay.
Come on, come
Oh.
on! This makes it
Duh.
easier for me.
Okay, so what are my opinions about about Devil May Cry 5? Honestly, I have to say the absolute weakest parts, I get what they were. I've said it multiple times now throughout the stream, but it really stands as a big problem with the game, especially since it is clearly meant to be the thing that stands out from the rest of them. Because aside from the Devil Breaker's like durability factor, it pretty much never lost the Devil Bringer in terms of mechanics, really. It just became the Devil Breaker. That's the only difference. It was mechanical and not demon in origin. Which even now, he still has... Now he has both, technically. Dante control, just like he did in 4. Honestly, there was no difference between him and 4. But yeah, the main problem with this game stems from V's gameplay loop, which I have to say, the AI could have been tightened up a bit, not much, because it was nearly there. And the idea for the actual demon controlling mechanic,
You can do better than that.
oh. I thought it was going to continue on.
Guess that's the end then.
I guess they did kill it eventually.
So all we gotta do is cut this thing down.
That's right. I'm more than capable of handling this on my own.
I don't think it's a matter of that.
And someone to keep an eye on you.
Yeah, that's what it's about. More?
Useless
Yeah.
pests. They must be ready to die.
What was I saying?
Fine by me. Let's give them what they want.
I actually can't remember what I was gonna say. It had something to do with, fuck was it? Oh yeah, the main problems with the game. To start off on a bad note so we can go on to the good note. V's gameplay is way too... Like, in theory, it could have been an excellent, like, change of pace. A character who's not directly involved in combat itself, but rather has demons fight for him. But as I've mentioned before on stream for this, the main problem is that the demons handle kind of clunkily. It's not well realized all that much because they're kind of one note. Like, they're essentially just disconnected versions of what Dante already does. Dante has the shooting, that's on Griffin, and Shadow has the slashing, which Dante has on Rebellion. The only difference is V is just standing in the background, being essentially a cameraman. Only once in a while going in to deal with the finishing blow. Which is a neat concept. But they clearly didn't do it properly. Mostly because V being in the background skews the perspective so much that it's hard to see where the demons are in relation to where your target is. And that is a big factor, because if you don't know where they are in relation to each other, it's hard to determine when to do what move. Because that back upper slash for Shadow backs off and then does it, which means that she creates distance. That distance is hard to determine because of that forced perspective from V. They could have fixed this by... I don't know if they really could have fixed it. Because they would have had to invent a whole camera system exclusively for V in that case, which would have been more of an isometric point of view. From one point, viewing the battlefield. V is running around, and you can see Shadow and Griffin from where they are. Problem there comes when you have to determine height for everything. Like, how high is somebody? How low? Are they on the ground? Are they in the air? Are they, like, just slightly above the ground? So you can determine whether or not you're going to be doing an aerial attack. Again, the concept behind V's combat system is neat, but they just didn't execute it well enough. If they spent a little bit more time just fine-tuning the AI so that they don't feel as sluggish to activate. And of course, my biggest gripe with Griffin, why is the Tesla coil attack the back X as opposed to holding X? It would have been so much smoother to play with Griffin if backspace was the lightning fork ability. And holding X would have been the charge for the burst of electricity around him. It would have been so much smoother because as you're backing off, you're using Griffin to shoot. It would have been more... It would have had a better flow, and it would have made sense because he's still shooting, you're backing off, but you're getting something extra out of it, as opposed to just backing off. One could make the argument that as you're backing off, enemies are on you, so you need that Tesla coil attack. But if you already have Griffin available, you can still jump out of the way anyway. You don't need to use that Tesla coil attack. You could just jump and fly away if he's still active. Because if he's knocked out and stalemated, it doesn't matter. You can't use him anyway. And that charge that could have been great against groups of enemies. It really could have been great. Shadow's control scheme is a bit whack. Because forward Y is a charge with a bunch of spikes, but he goes too far forward. He goes from here, through the enemy, way past them. Which makes it really disorientating to know, okay, am I actually good now to use the upper slash? Which most of the time you're not. So you're just hoping that Shadow lands at the right distance, right at the enemy, so that you can do the upper slash and the spin move. Clearly they didn't have the right people play testing him properly. Otherwise, Nero and Dante play just like they did in 4. A little bit tighter combat scheme. Dante in this game has the same problems as he's always done. He forces you to basically commit to each individual slash. Because if you want to try and slash but immediately want to evade, you have to either be in trickster mode already, or you have to just be patient and hope to fuck that you don't get struck another time. It's just a reality of it. You would have had to do all that work just to get to that point. And I don't think that they're ever going to be changing that aspect. Because that is clearly something that people like about Dante's combat scheme. It has to be one of the key components why they like it. Because as you know that you're getting dedicated into each attack, you know to do your combos. You know that you're not going to get away because you're in this animation cycle. Meanwhile, Nero is a hell of a lot more free-flowing and a lot easier to manipulate. And as a result, he can feel a bit floaty, because as you're doing combos, you may accidentally hit the joystick, moving him aside, for example, fucking up the combo. I personally enjoy that more, because it gives me more mobility and flexibility. Having said that, I actually enjoyed playing as Dante in this one. Not just because of the newer weapons and also callbacks to the older weapons, but also he feels nicer to play in this one. In 4, I felt like I was fighting to control Dante. Here, I'm controlling Dante to fight the enemies, using a more refined version of his gameplay style. Combat mechanics. Overall, the story is a tad too predictable. I'm sorry. Pretty much since the first line from Urizen, who was clearly the shadowed person. Well, Urizen, that was actually Virgil at the time, I guess, but it was clear as day that that was gonna be Virgil, and showing off the arm shows cases that it was Urizen. Now, you could make the argument that newcomers to Devil May Cry 5 wouldn't necessarily know who Virgil is, because he's not really referenced until the near end. From the perspective of Devil May Cry 5 on its own. Always keep in mind that one game could always be a gamer's first game. It's the same concept as Stan Lee's idea behind every comic book is a comic book reader's potential first book. In that, you kind of have to know that some people are just gonna never have played any of the other previous games, either because they weren't born yet, they didn't know about it, or just they weren't interested. But then this one drew them in. So for new players, I could say that this mystery kind of makes sense, but for returnees of the Devil May Cry series like myself at this point, the twist up was way too obvious. They should have kept the cutscene about Nero's arm being ripped off to being more his minions came and ambushed him and ripped off his arm, like a powerful general, and that Urizen was just the guy behind it, the mastermind. Because then we wouldn't necessarily have had that obviousness about it. Because then they could have just said that arm belongs to us, for example. We want that arm. Its power will fuel our goals. Something like that. It would have kept it vague, but it could have hinted towards the Virgil route. The fact that we get that mysterious figure saying, I'm taking back what belongs to me, and Nero's arm clearly being the demon side of him, and Yamato being the thing that reacted to the arm, kind of connected those two dots way too fucking easily. Now, as you said, Shipozu, it was pretty fucking obvious that Virgil was again his dad, but when it comes to stories like this, unless they explicitly say that, they may very well pull something out of their ass. It has happened before, not necessarily with Devil May Cry, but it has happened before with other franchises. Either in games, animes, or movies. Or manga, I guess. Nero absorbed a lot of shit, a lot of stuff in 4, not just Yamato. True. But Yamato reacted to Nero's arm first. Nero had to hold each individual item before it got absorbed into him. Unless there was one other thing that went towards him that absorbed into his arm, but Yamato flew on its own accord to Nero because it sensed that it was its master's descendant, I guess would be the right word. So, from that perspective, it was too obvious. They could have made it a bit more vague, possibly at the detriment of newer players coming into Devil May Cry 5, not knowing the full story. But on its own, if we just say Devil May Cry 5, Yamato's master is not Virgil. Well, that's a bit of a technicality though, because if that's the case, then it would have reacted with Dante would have reacted with everyone else. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess, but we gotta go with what we see, not with what we necessarily theorize all the time. Either way, it's not too out of this world to make that assumption to begin with. Again, this is from the perspective of somebody that has played. True. That is true. But like we both know, the story's kind of a mess. But if we take it from Devil May Cry 5's perspective in that it does recount a very specific story and go with those parts. Forced Edge, aka Sparta, was the sword that he gave to his son Dante. Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, we can kind of give DMC1 some slack. I didn't like the game. I really didn't. But you gotta give DMC1 some slack. It had some insane, like, once-in-a-lifetime fucking... Okay, maybe not once-in-a-lifetime, but some really hard developmental issues. In multiple aspects. Like Capcom wanting a Resident Evil title, the studio wanting a different title, and they were clearly clashing over this. And obviously studio notes must have been passed around left and right, saying like, no, change that, no, go with that, no, don't do that. Like, you can never please everybody. Having said that though, what are my genuine thoughts about Devil May Cry 5? Yeah, they still managed to do much, which is a testament to old school game design, game making. Today, it's a lot easier to make video games as long as you know the softwares. Back then, you really had to be like a master of your craft at that point to even be able to make a decent game. Because hey, they didn't exactly have any standards back then or patterns to follow. But yes, all that aside, what is my final score on Devil May Cry 5? This is going to either shock everyone or not be a surprise to anyone. There's no in between here. I think this is the best one yet. This, by far, is the best one yet. There are not just 3 separate characters, but 3 separate playstyles. You get to experience them all in equal amounts. They have done a very good job in showcasing each individual character, be it from the old school Dante to the middle school... Okay, middle school is a bit awkward to say, but whatever. To the middle school range of Nero, to the new school stuff with V, as temporary as he was. It had various mechanics, both new and old to each character. Like the Devil Breakers being a thing you gotta keep in mind with Nero. Don't be too reckless with your Devil Breaker. Obviously the grappling was always active, even if you had no charge on anything. Rebellion handled fucking great, although I think they definitely loosened up on the timing, on the precise timing on exceeding, because I was able to do exceed strikes way easier this time around. You may have noticed it towards the end of the fight there. I was able to pull off some exceeds pretty easily. and I think they've opened up the timing on that way more in this title. Because in DMZ4, that shit was tight. Like, stupid tight. Before we go on to more of the good shit, I do have to say that this world, you were right. They are definitely... They definitely have the illusion of an open world with how expansive it is. But it really is an extremely linear world. Having said that, though, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Having a linear world allows you to... having this illusion of an open world makes you see the destruction around you, how the world works, the world building. Like, what level of technology are we at? Are we at fucking payphone booths? Are we at hyper advanced mechanical arm technology? What are the what's the car technology like? Like, how are people living? Are they still in the 60s? Are they still... Yeah. Which, that was true open world to a fault. To a way bigger fault than it should have been. If they had made the world a bit smaller and more linear in 4, I think the experience, admittedly, would have been a bit shorter, but it would have been a hell of a lot more... I don't want to say compact. I want to say it would have been a lot easier to stomach some of the harder levels. Having said that, though, still enjoyed the scenery. The game is fucking gorgeous. Like, say what you want about Dante. Say what you want about Nero. Hate V. Hate Shadow. Hate Griffin. This game looks phenomenally well. Like, the overly realistic art style aside, which I do get will turn some people off, especially with the Uncanny Valley feeling of Dante at some places. Trish, I didn't really look at Trish all that much. But I have to say, oh my god, the fucking world looks stunning. Like, graphically, aesthetically, she looks alright. I did find it a bit odd that Trish is fawning over Dante, especially when she knows that she looks like his mom. Am I liking the game thus far? I enjoyed it. We're currently going over the final thoughts on Devil May Cry 5. Didn't notice anything wrong with her face. To be fair, we barely saw her face, really? But no, not really. Then again, I was distracted by other things. But yeah, Kodachi Black, welcome to the stream. Final thoughts, final score. Final score for this game, it gets an 88. It would have gotten a 95 if not for V's clunky mechanics. The story is simplistic enough. It's Gold Bunny. Oh! Gold Bunny, wait. Gold Bunny. I'm trying to remember. Hold on. I'm gonna check in a way. I unfortunately don't exactly remember Kodachi. I never really watched Less Than None, to be honest. That whole phase of streamers live kind of came and went kind of fast. But yeah. I thoroughly enjoyed this game. This is by far the best one yet. DMC Devil May Cry would have taken that spot if not for that horrendous ending. Because I did enjoy, mechanically speaking, DMC Devil May Cry more. And it would have been the best one yet, in my opinion, if not for that fuck-awful ending. No. That ending and that final Mundus fight was a complete shit show. And clearly they ran out of ideas on what the fuck.
Devil May Cry.
If you want to keep your the credibility, you better keep it down below DMC2. Fuck no. Why? Fucking at me. DMC2 sucked dick. DMC2 is not only a terrible fucking video game, it's a fucking sellout. Fuck that title. It sucked dick. It sucked giga dick. Unless you meant 3, in which case I didn't personally enjoy 3. I found it to be clunky. I didn't like the story. The story was nonsensical. I hated the final fight. I mean, that's what it is, though. It is a different universe. It's clearly a different universe. Because Dante and Virgil in that one, let me just pop on this scene. Because Dante and Nero are not half human, half demon. They're half demon, half angel. So already right there, comparisons are out the window. Aside from it being a hack and slash game, DMC Devil May Cry is almost nothing like the original titles. Aside from some thematic things like the red orbs, the gold orbs, Rebellion, Virgil, Dante, Yamato. Yeah, and it clearly failed, and Capcom realized they weren't gonna succeed with that new line. Well, then people are just idiots, Shipposer. If people can't see that that thing is not in the main line, they're dumb. Like, I don't mean to be mean here. But unless you know the lore of DMC, you realized right away that it was just a remake. A new beginning. Not a remaster, a remake. A reboot. The restarting of a whole thing. Well, they don't need to. It's blatantly obvious. DMC Dante is nothing like mainstream Dante. They're nothing alike. Like, it's kind of like saying, yeah, you need to breathe air. Like, some things are just kind of obvious. Again, not trying to be mean here, but if you need it spelled out by them to tell you that it is in a different universe, like a multi-reality, but the main consumers didn't see that, then they're just not even paying attention to the games. I'm sorry, I can't put it more bluntly than that. They're just not even paying attention. Having said that though, what are my thoughts on the franchise? Okay, suppose you say that about DMC fanbase. That's every fan base. I mean, I can't even say that I'm not part of that crowd, but I can still pay attention to a solid story as long as it has some kind of like... Again, people don't pay attention to that shit. We're not arguing with you, Shippozu. We're not arguing with you. Calm down. You're the one who's perpetuating it. Like, I hate to break it to you, mate, but you're the one perpetuating it. This conversation. No need to be rude. But all of that aside, what are my thoughts on the franchise as a whole, given its turbulent history and clear dysfunctional design, clear, what's the word I'm looking for? Inconsistent world building. If they keep making more games, I'm indifferent. If they ended it right here and started a whole new franchise with Nero as a not as a Devil May Cry game, but as a whole new franchise. Okay, not a whole new franchise, but basing Nero in his own thing, right? And left Devil May Cry to Dante/Virgil, I would be fine with that. Because this clearly was as much as they could do, story-wise, to separate Dante and Virgil from Nero now. Would they still be related? Literally and figuratively? Yes. But kind of like Stargate SG-1, Stargate Atlantis, Stargate Universe. Yes, they're part of the same universe, but are they really the same thing? Not really. They're separate shows, separate entities. They have their own stories to tell. Of course, you'd still have to call it Devil May Cry, otherwise you would never be able to guess that it would have anything to do with Nero. Don't know what the fuck they would call it, but I think that's the best way to... Won't even realize they're twins. I mean, newcomers to Devil May Cry 5 won't even know that Virgil exists until the end. Well, the thing is, twins can still be twins even if they don't look identical. That's why we have the distinction of identical twins, as opposed to just twins overall. Because there are still twins that are of opposite genders. They don't look identical, they look similar. A lot of people think that me and my older brother are twins. But we're not. We're born almost 2 years apart. Yeah. Like, they were identical twins for a long time. Yeah, but I think that part, aside from lore reasons, I think that's pretty much just only because I think that whole part with them being identical twins back then, and this could just be the paranoid suite again. I think that's just because they didn't want to bother making a separate model, like in terms of like facial structures. Because back then, meshes took forever to make. They look identical even in DMC4. We didn't even see a Virgil in Devil May Cry 4. Okay, but you gotta consider that human beings do not... Like, a facial structure only goes so far. Once life choices, once you did the DLC. Really? Oh yeah, I never played the DLC, right. I don't know then. I can't explain that. Then in that case, I'm wrong. I'd have to look more in depth on the models of both Dante and Virgil. Because you gotta bear in mind, facial hair does change a lot. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, true. But not every single twin looks identical to each other. Like, over time, different lifestyle choices do determine facial growth, be it overconsumption or malnourishment. Sure, the skeletal structure will remain relatively the same, but the whole face will not stay the same to avoid any unnecessary confusion. Let's be honest, Shippozu, this whole series has unnecessary confusion. So that's just a part of it. Like, that's not really something they can avoid at this point. It's practically a trope of the franchise. But yeah. What am I gonna give the whole franchise as a whole? Oh my god. Okay, Shippozu, I have to ask this question. And this is... I know this is going to be horrendously hypocritical of me to ask. But are you okay? Like, have you played DMC so much that you've just started hating it just by default? Because, like, you've had nothing but bad things to say about Devil May Cry. Aside from very few things. Like, I'm trying to go on this new journey of trying to be more positive and trying to change my outlook on things. So I know where you're coming from on this one. So I have to ask. You don't hate it at all? Your attitude in chat does definitely tell the contradictory. It so vividly tells the contradictory to that. Because ever since the first... Okay, not the first time I played it, but the first true playthrough of one, when you joined in, you pretty much had nothing positive to say. You like it, but I'm not gonna ignore the bullshit either. Well, that's understandable, because I'm the same. But I can still point out what's positive about a game. You have not pointed out a single thing, unless I took notice of it, in any of the titles. You have been railing on the games. That's not true. Especially combat. True, I suppose. Well, in that case, it must have been just so incredibly infrequent that I didn't even notice it. And again, for those of you that know me, you know that me saying this, what I just said, is a bit hypocritical, but I know what I'm maybe you're remembering the areas where I'm more critical. Yeah, possibly. Oh, nice. But yes, final scoring for... But you're not about that blind fanboy nonsense life? Yeah. Oh. Kodachi, I enjoyed Devil May Cry 5 and DMC. I found Devil May Cry 4 fun with Nero's part, didn't really like Dante's part, hated 3, despised 2, and had an aneurysm with 1. My playthrough of the Devil May Cry series has been turbulent to say the least. But again, keep it concise. Make concise. That's a laugh. My final thoughts on the franchise as a whole, including the reboot. I am happy I played through these games. because it has given me some perspective on what happens with oh, fuck off. Well, I'm glad you enjoy one of the games, yeah. Which most people would say that's an impossibility with me. Clearly, some of the games were simply just a product of their times. So, especially one. But even then, there were still games back then that still did better. I'm gonna have to give this franchise a solid 72 out of 100 in its whole entirety. Would have been closer to 78 had DMC not been such a shit show at the end. Because here's the thing, right? I went on about this rant for DMC Devil May Cry. Mundus gets destroyed. Spoilers, by the way. Like anybody fucking cares. And with that, the whole of the demon world on Earth, the whole of Earth gets revealed to be pretty much just populated almost more by demons than humans. So demons are everywhere. People are gonna freak the fuck out. And Virgil thinks that he's gonna become the supreme leader. Not the demon world. Oh yeah, Limbo. Sorry. Limbo and the human world collide. You're right, it is Limbo. Sorry, it's kind of a relatively recent concept. I'm still trying to grasp it. And given Virgil's personality, from my point of view, it would have been made more sense if Virgil then took more active control of the resistance cell, gathered up whatever humans he could gather to fight off the demons. Because he was already doing that, and he would have fit the character better, in my opinion. Dante, being the kind of guy he is, who was very reluctant to joining in the first place, but eventually finding himself wanting to save lives, should have joined the whole resistance. Actually, not necessarily joined the resistance. The order was destroyed. Organizations can always be rebuilt. Maybe not the same order, but it would have been a new order. Maybe through time, he could have gotten into the, like, if they managed to get a sequel out, which probably they won't, but you never know. There's always bullshit pullouts that people can do. But I feel that when the entire world's in chaos, that's the perfect time to rally people. Because if there's one thing humanity is consistently good at, is finding a common enemy to bind to rally behind or rally against. This has been a consistent theme with humanity as a whole. You don't need a franchise for that. You don't need a book to tell you that. Just history on its own will tell you that. World War I, World War II. Sorry, Great World War. Or Great War, I guess, in that case. And it would have made sense. Dante, having seen what he can do for humanity and not just be a slob, could have made his own franchise called Devil May Cry, joined by oh, what was her name? Oh, I'm blanking on the name now. The woman. Katerina or Catherine? I can never remember which. Kat could have joined him in his organization. Because otherwise, why the fuck is it even called Devil May Cry at that point? Because let's be honest, where was Devil May Cry in all of that? It kind of is just a name at that point. And then they could have kickstarted the Devil May Cry, made that more into a bounty hunting business, with the Resistance leading the charge of other things. Because the human world is going into fucking shit anyway. Virgil doing that shit, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to say this. They were just trying to get another Devil May Cry 3 moment. As much as I hate Devil May Cry 3's final moments, that last fight is so clearly inspired by Devil May Cry 3. You can't really argue that. It's the same premise, it's the same nonsense. Dante and Virgil bound together at the very end, but then they clash against each other. But the reboot was clearly meddled with so much in production after the initial trailer. Probably got scrapped. Potentially, yeah. But yeah. You are right though. Shipozu, the last three definitely pulled their weight. Devil May Cry 4, DMC, and DMC 5 definitely pulled. Their backs are hurting. Their backs are fucking hurting from this. Because they had to carry the fucking slog that was DMC 1, 2, and 3. DMC 5 needs a good rest. Yes. It does. Which is why next year there's gonna be a new one. Joking, of course. But yes. I hope you guys on YouTube will have enjoyed this, and presumably you haven't been downvoting these videos into death. See you guys whenever the fuck I get going with Halo Master Chief Collection. Bye-bye.